for Cincinnati.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. Monday Night Primetime is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Nick's now to throw. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively, looking for that impact play.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Lewis Seen. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Now, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner. But given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
We've set it downs from 37.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Kick the running back in motion. Right to the air, Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Running a screen now for Jones. And And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First and 10. Here's Jones. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. It is caught left side. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, bro. This is first and goal. He finds it right side. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
I know I don't have to tell you, Kate. You call basketball for a living as well, and you know shooters got to keep on shooting. Quarterbacks, you got to keep on throwing. But boy, 0 for 4, this has been a surprisingly slow start.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Nix from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Demetrius Knight has it. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Here's Burrow. Set up the screen to Chase. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Here we go. 180. Nice hot.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Pass it downfield. It's Chase. Looks great initially, but he is short on that 1st down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
A gain of 4 yards.
Gun.
And a Bengal 1st down.
Round the toss, right side. Running in the red zone. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pull that in front further, 13-zip.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. The passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. Yeah. But finally, as you said, their 1st completion.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Now Nix. Left side now caught by Sutton. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Second down, looking for options. Finds him over the middle. He's still going at the 30. Keeps himself upright. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting at the 10. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Who's this set? Side. 180. Right side.
start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by the corner pick 20th out of the University of Texas, John Day Barron.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard.
11. Here we go.
No motion him out of the backfield. Short yardage run here for Brown. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
First down, Bengals.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut. Right 80. Cut.
Burrow from the gun. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Right 80. Right hot.
Burrow on first down. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Burrow to the air now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball? He still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's good for a Bengals first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Now they send their back in motion right.
Stop.
From the gun, Jones gets it. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that, which is kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
11. Stop.
This one's caught. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Ready?
3rd down, give to Brown. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Gun.
Running back sent in motion left.
Can. Stop.
Brown. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal.
Gun. Stop. 180. Place hot. Hot.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Bayless Jones now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Complete to Andre Yosibon. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2, ready?
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
From the gun, they get to Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Running back sent in motion.
Stop.
Here's Brown again. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
11. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow now on 1st down. That one's complete, right side. This goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go.
Motioning left is their running back. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that 1st. It's 4th down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
On 1, ready?
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down.
180. Ready, son?
Back to throw it. It's caught. Chase has it. And they bring him down around the 34. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Gun. 12. Ready?
1st down, Burrow to throw. Short pass brought in. They lost her a little, down to the 30. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Just stay on schedule. Right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
Running back motions right.
Ready, son? Start.
Second down carry for Jones. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. That's a call for the first. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Bengals have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Right 80. Right side. Stop.
Brown on the inside give. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Right 80. Right. Stop.
Brown. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Myers on the tackle. A loss of 2.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close.
On 1, ready?
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion left. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. If you don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Caught out wide. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Broncos 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Oh, I said.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Oh, my son.
Nix from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Once more, it's Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's another Broncos first down.
Nix to throw again. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway. I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Fielded at the 7. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
On one, ready?
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Gun.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. They will need more of those as they trail by a score. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A 28-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Right 80. Right side.
Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Can.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Now, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos trail by 15. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Shotgun snap to Nix. This finds Franklin. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. To To throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Now we give up the middle to Jones. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Jones again on 2nd down. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, Cincinnati.
180.
Now they send their back in motion right.
Stop.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.